Okay. We are back. Kind of let y'all come on in. Give this about like a couple of minutes. Why does it look so weird on camera? Maybe. Trying to put my. I don't like my brightness on my camera, so. I covered my forehead to protect my crown chakra and my third eye. So. And that's why it's like all the way down to my eyebrow. I'm like, let me protect myself as much as possible. I'm a royal goddess. Well, I mean, I am I right? But I'm not there where I need to be in my timeline. So, this is entertainment purposes only. Not everybody will understand this information. So hopefully I can channel something different, because past couple of channels that I've been doing, I realized I was stuck on an open letter that I already opened like years ago, and I'm just now replying to the cosmic messages that I have. I just, during this time of my awakening, I just wasn't sure if I wanted to document the experience like as I do now. So I thought, being in my late 20s, like I'm 29, going on 30 next year, I thought that maybe this is the perfect time to show my evolution of growth. I guess. We, I don't know. What I mean by we, like, there's others within me, within me consciously, so I'm not alone in my own body. And I know that's scary to most people, and I know that's weird to some. But when you're not alone in your body and there's something else helping you, I wouldn't want to fight that spirit and then try to fight your own spirit on top of that. I've been in situations where I was fighting one ancestor because I wasn't sure why they was giving me the visions that they wanted me to see. So it's weird how it all plays out. And when I'm vibrating on my ancestors' frequency where they left off and trying to elevate their frequency, I forget to like recharge mine or re-elevate mine at the exact same time. Because it's like your energy is like a thermometer, like you can cool its temperature or like make it heat. So it depends on the situation where it's going to make you have a choice, whether to be hot or cold. And you don't know which version of you have mastered those two elements. Because there are times where I unlock certain versions of me that have not experienced a particular timeline just yet. And they're trying to play the hot and cold frequency scenario. They don't know what type of direction to pull the hot and cold frequency. So it's like one is telling itself, oh, I want to be the cold one. I want to be the cool, calm, collected one. While the other one wants to create and also destroy and be the chaos. Like the problem and the solution. But my thing is when time doesn't give you time, but the matrix spits you out. The matrix really protects you from itself, from its vision of what it has for you. Because like not only you're seeing the vision that you have for yourself, you're seeing the vision from your ancestors, from source, and you're gifting people the gift of you, what you need to be unlocked within you in a certain moment of time. But we get scared when we unlock certain abilities within us and people, and our subconscious mind tries to, I want to say, tell us this is wrong, or making us feel guilty for using our gifts. Because I was in that stage for a long time. Every time I kept using it, I felt guilty. I kept seeing things out of my subconscious come alive more than the dream or the vision of its reality. Because, like, when the vision of the Matrix merges with the vision of my ancestors and then the vision of mine, that's just telling the universe that I want to go on all paths within all timelines, all dimensions. So I'm taking on these challenges that I have not yet overcome in the past of my present future. But it's like it's like parts of me don't want to see myself achieve certain goals, certain adolescence in life, or to grab certain awareness to something that's right in my fucking face. Like I can sense it and I can feel it, but my human conscious just doesn't want to grasp the idea and that this is what you gotta learn, this is what you got to accomplish in order to move on to the next stage of your destiny. Because like the more you keep holding off of what you know versus what you're supposed to learn and not knowing, you can kind of bring the spirit of confusion, and then it can kind of mess up the whole program, the whole outlook. And I know what it's like when the spirit of confusion comes around, or creeps in. To beat the illusion of the spirit of confusion is by tackling it, what it's confused about, what it's seeing in your reality and its own reality. Because not only the spirit of confusion is part of you, but it's also something outside of you, created you to cause it to be animated in your life as a form of a physical person or a physical lesson. So when you're fully on and in or on and off and in. Meaning you get to be lucid in reality for a change. And when you're lucid in reality versus being lucid in a dream, they both have consequences of your decision making. Reality has a system of you using it after you decide. In the dream world, when you make a decision right there in the astral world, you get to see it play out. So if you try to apply the same knowledge and wisdom as you did in your lucid dream from you now lucid in reality, you're channeling the channeling or you're channeling the vision of the message of the vision, meaning you're now to able to reply back to the message instead of going with it. Because when you're in that level of dimension of awareness, that okay, not only you realizing you have the gift of vision, you realize you can do some shit inside of the vision. Now you're able to talk back and whisper to the vision like a bird. Like you're humming its frequency, its vibration to the level of consciousness that you are state or in of that moment of time. Hi, welcome on in. Of that moment of time, of that creation, of you creating that event for you to walk towards your destiny. Like each door have its own level of vibration for you to enter like a key. Either you have to master all elements of that frequency, not just one element of each frequency. Master all once that moment of frequency comes. It's better said than done to master fire, water, and earth and air. I feel like I was missing one. I'm always missing something. And that's the thing, you're supposed to miss a lot of stuff, like from your memory bank, because you haven't paid for its justice for you to access that memory. Meaning you haven't paid your dude in your past in order for you to access your memory bank from either your human consciousness or your godly consciousness information. Either one, both of them, all version of you is giving you a chance of making amends with your past life. Whether it's from your ancestors' frequency, you experiencing what they have experiencing and overcoming what they overcome, and you doing the same thing to yourself, overcoming your own past life. You become a very gifted spirit, highly ranked, highly favored. When it's not just you, when you can see all dimensions of timelines and all mistakes, like from gods to goddesses to archangels to demigods, things outside of you that are still a version of you somehow connected to you. And you're able to overcome these frequencies, these energies that are within these frequencies. You're able to have a beast system, a cardinal mind that is able to collect information. That cardinal mind could turn itself into a godly conscious, but it has to go through doors within doors of the mind. It can't just say, hey, hi, mind, do you see me? Because I acknowledge you, I see you. It doesn't work that way. Maybe in a way, it's aware of getting its attention that way. But what are the steps are you willing to take for it to teach you what you're supposed to know about the gift of vision? or like sight, the gift of having the sight. Same thing, different wording. Because each word is a different vibration from a different dimension. It means different to each species on this planet that vibrates on a different frequency. So they need different codings for them to unlock ability within themselves to give them the green light. And when they don't understand, it causes the spirit of confusion and conflict. Not only them fighting with their ancestors fighting with spirits within themselves, the God version of themselves, and you witnessing the toxic version of themselves, and then you is projecting and being on and in of what's happening in their subconscious as they traveling in their dimension and you traveling in yours. But the thing is, they're in a different world and you're in a different world. Thank you. I love your energy as well. I'm trying my best to keep it calm. Remind you, I have not crossed over yet, so I don't know how I'm specifically doing it. Like, just think of a spirit as being alive and dead at the same time. Like, I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here. So that's me taking on another path of recognizing after my NDE, I didn't decide how I'm a crossover or when I'm a crossover because I'm so worried about how I'm leaving this planet when I should just let it go so I can expand my gift. Like I already did it to a certain few people. Like whether they're aware of it or not, as me, as conscious, I should stop looking for credit for things that I created. I should just let things be. And like stop being so down on myself because I'm not fitting in when something is off in my timeline. When I'm not fitting in and I feel that energy, I should roll with it because it's a protection. Like right now, I have to leave my job because I'm seeing my outcome not working in its favor just because I made a few mistakes already, or people are not learning the lessons within their timeline of space of me coming around, activating my own timeline. Thank you. I send it right back to you. Welcome on in, Florida. Glad you are here. So, like, I'm not gonna go back to square one of dealing with toxic people again, then ruining my frequency. Then I'm ruining their frequency by being in a calm state because they have not seen someone act so calm to their reaction of what they do to people. And I feel uncomfortable. But I'm trying to tell myself, stay because there's chaos there for me to learn the lessons at that particular Applebee's from these people. These particular spirits are like triggering something within me that I'm supposed to learn. But like, I don't want to mix and match vibration or frequency. I'd rather just leave if I can't really solve the problem. Even if I'm telling them the truth of my mistakes of what I'm doing, they're giving me like signs to like leave because it's going to be a continuation of them acting like that towards anybody. And if I don't put a stop to it, to the generational curse for them having somebody wanting to put a foot in their financial freedom in that door, and they're trying to learn the job so they can see how to make their job easier, they pick up the slack. But people like me, or spirits like me, when they see the signs, the frequency, they don't want to do nothing for nobody. I'm like, if the more negative versus the positive, if I keep spilling out whether it's negative or positive, like whether my helpfulness is negative towards somebody else's outcome and their outcome is negative towards my positive outcome, I rather just choose to leave that battle instead of fighting with that particular spirit, because one, I'm stepping in to take on karma that I shouldn't, that I don't deserve, that they are trying to create out of me, because that is a big buck. Why are you so huge? I don't know, easier. Should I just let you chill? As long as you don't fly in my face, you can chill next to me. Or hear my thoughts. Because I know you're bugs. I know bugs can hear my thoughts. That shit is like fucking huge. It looks dead. Another thing too, like energy outside of you or around you can manipulate their energy through bugs. Because I done it before. I switch my spirit or consciousness with a bug consciousness. And the bug lived through me for a day as a human. Never again. It fucked up so much shit in my reality. I'm like, Nero, what are you doing? But the thing is, I talked to the spirit of that bug before entering my vessel. I was like, hey, I'm gonna let you live a human for a day because reality is shitty for me. I don't want to see this shit. Could you handle it for me? They're gonna be like, yeah, I can handle it. But when I'm in their world and they're in my world, and I still see both worlds at the same time, and I'm able to give them information, like, why would you still choose to fuck it up after I show you the outcome and told you? I'd be like, why? So I never use that part of the gift ever again. Never. I mean, not never. It's here and there where I need to be a fly on the wall to like listen in on conversation. But then sometimes when that bug dies and I'm in that consciousness, part of me loses that information because it's like, shit, why'd you kill me, bruh? But that person or spirit doesn't know in it, so it's not like I can give it a warning because one, if I fly around it or do buggy things, I'm gonna trigger the fuck out of it to kill me, and then I end up losing myself in that world. So then when I come back to my original self, I'm like, fuck, I lost the information of what I was supposed to grab. And I'm like, shit, you shithead. So I leave that shit alone. It's my gift. Don't judge me. I don't fucking know why I can do the shit that I can do. I just can't. And I don't know what taught me. I think Disney, maybe. There was a lot of codes in Disney that taught me a lot of shit. And my ancestors. I do need some stuff, but it's like, how do I ask? Like, it's materialistic things, but like, my Taurus constellation field right now, like, what's connected to my Mercury bug to Taurus constellation, it's like, it's fucking up my frequency. Like, something within it, it's like, I can see it. There's like a little red warning thing in it. And I don't know what that means. Because every time I try to ask through it or ask something from somebody, the energy is like, no. And I'm like, I'm trying to fix it, but I can't fix it. And then when I speak into it, like the echo is like bouncing back in this weird direction. Like, like my eyebrows sometimes when I paint my eyebrows. I'm like, y'all niggas have a, like, your own mindset. Y'all want to be twins one day. Y'all want to have the same reflection. Then the next day be like, nope, I don't want to be like this. So when they like do that, it's like my spirit does the same thing. It like once it see the mistakes that it made, it let it acknowledge it, and then let it stop it completely. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care anymore. But sometimes your ancestors can get jealous of you from learning things that they didn't learn, that they could have learned, and you learning it in an earlier lifetime, but you think you're late and you feel like other people already know this shit. Don't feel like you're late. It's not about you arriving on time to your destiny. I mean, everything counts, yes, to an extent. But you know, when you're a traveler, you gotta learn to when to just let go, when to be, and when to know that everything is gonna be okay. Maybe some things within your timeline frequency of you and your ancestors, maybe it's just supposed to change. Not because you've done something wrong or you didn't do exactly everything in the vision. But once you finally make a decision of doing everything in the vision, it wouldn't matter if you was late or early. Honestly, it really would not matter. So when you take the time out to really like pay attention, you get the support to both parties, to yourself from other versions of yourself, from other dimension, agreeing with what the decision you are making for the visions to happen, and you talking, communicating with your ancestors to tell them why that this is not going to work. Everything is going to align in its favor for it to work. as long as communication is involved in both parties. Because when you don't have words with image, it causes conflict. Although you're both seeing the same thing in the same image, one is receiving the lesson different and having different energy and different frequency. You either as being the creator, or the awareness of the creation, you're getting everything and anything because nothing new is underneath the sun. But just remember, you can shape shift your Merkaba. You could turn on your Merkaba when you can visualize it as a shield. You can visualize it as a weapon. You can visualize it just like a video game when if you play like Call of Duty or something. When your character needs a parachute to shoot out of the helicopter, you can do the same thing with your Merkaba. When you need certain type of energy or emotion, you can ask the Merkaba or the consciousness of your universe or the universe consciousness to say, hey, your girl is in trouble, or hey, your guy in trouble, hey, spirit's in trouble. Like, the fuck? And sometimes how you get its attention, don't be so serious about it. Be funny. Like, visualize yourself being a superstar, you know, having a concert, the audience you want to attract, the type of music you see yourself making, the lyrics, what it means to you in that present moment. And then sometimes when you hold on to that thought, you can see the light from the audience turn on or off because you are connected to their vibration to match your frequency of their present moment. You're allowing them to let them share a present moment with you. Same thing with anything you're doing in work or in society of the matrix of work. It's having the desire of loving what you're doing, not because you're doing it on a material basic level. Like you're loving it because you need a roof over your head, you need clothes on your back, you need the food to eat. You're doing it because you like the frequency, the vibration that it's giving you. So not only are you fulfilling yourself, you're also fulfilling your ancestors as well. For you, liking your present moment, loving it, and transmuting that energy onto them, to the dead that didn't get to experience certain things within the present moment, by you feeling good. Or if you're feeling bad, just talk to them. Like, it's okay. You might be embarrassed for how you reacted, or you liking this particular person, and then you judging this particular person. You're like, shit, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to think like that. I didn't mean to have those type of feelings. I didn't mean to have like sexual desires towards a being or towards like being inappropriate to certain things, you know. Just apologizing or like being in a different frequency. It's okay. Because I used to be guilty of those things, having those things, or thinking a certain way. And it's not only until you learn the game of operating with different spirits, whether you look at them as narcissists or yourself, because everybody has a little narcissist in them. It's just about one being truthful of them realizing that there's a type of narcissist and there's another type of narcissist. There's two different types of spirit. So when you learn the game of yourself and learn the game of others, and you learn to pick when is freedom and when is present for you, you can allow to attract them to be in your present moment by vigiling your Merkaba, your Kundalini, and your serpent into weapons and protections that you need. But sometimes when your Merkaba, your serpent, is dealing with trauma of its own dimension, from the dimension that you experience that trauma, because it's two different lessons, like a whole bunch of different messages within the lessons that each part of you has to collect the message from your serpent, your Merkaba, your Kundalini. Because each version of you that you are activating and each ancestors have their own Merkaba and their Kundalini and their serpent. They're getting different information as well. That's a, that's a lot. That's a lot of versions of you. Imagine having all that fucking power, all that gifts from all versions of you into one timeline. That's what I'm trying to do. Is having all version of me that exists with all powers of me, but I can't fucking do it. I really can't. I'm sorry. Like, I'm doing it, but I'm not really doing it. It's like, when am I gonna stop pretending that I'm pretending that I'm doing it? And allow myself to realize that it's real, but I'm too scared to say that this shit is real, because the moment I say that it's real, everything is gonna collide together, and I'm scared what my subconscious is hiding from me from this particular past life that I experienced, because I'm holding and hiding a lot of trauma within me that I'm refusing to remember or refusing to action around about, that I know of something, that I know of thyself. And I feel like it might cause this conflict and just ruin every fucking thing. And then I'm not getting to my destiny. And I have to be careful of how I'm around them and how I'm putting myself on and off, you know, so I don't forget or keep being like, oh shit, I gotta do this shit all over again. Fuck, back to square one. But I'm okay with going back and moving forward into square, because I know what the corners mean. I know what the corner represents, the lines and the dimension and the width, how to move in a square and in a circle. The square is the body, the circle is the spirit of sun and moon. But you can kind of like imagine the body having its moon and its sun, so that even the ancestors can see how you are imagining your moon and your sun. That's why Timbaland made that one song with that girl. Your moon belongs to my sun. My moon belongs to your sun. Now I see why she said that line. Or why that line kept channeling throughout the day, every day of my existence. And I'm like, oh, that's what you mean by that. That's how I do that. Fucking hell. Venus, what the fuck did you do in your past, bro? Like, why can't you just pass these little shit? Like, this is one thing. And I'm trying to analyze it, see how I can overcome it. But I'm overthinking it because I'm thinking what I'm about to do might be wrong. But it also might be the key to unlock that other thing that I need to access. I just had to let Applebee's go. And I decided yesterday to let Applebee's go. One, when I realized to let them go, I didn't make excuses of why I'm letting them go. I'm just seeing them not working out for me in my favor. And I don't want to waste time. Because I feel like somebody is supposed to have a position in there, and I'm blocking their blessings. And you can do that when you're not, especially when you're not doing everything from the vision. Especially when I saw myself last week going to the cafe, which I did go to the cafe. I just didn't film in the cafe. If I would have filmed in the cafe, maybe that would have shifted something in my timeline. But now that I'm realizing that I'm blocking something, a frequency, when I'm seeing all these signs that I don't belong there, but I'm still giving everybody excuses that they're not the problem when there is a problem. So I don't feel some type of way, and they don't feel some type of way. Hi, welcome on. I didn't see you there. I'm just not seeing you. So yeah, I'm noticing it. I'm noticing what I'm doing wrong on my end because I'm overthinking on the wrong part when I should just let it go and just tell myself it's okay. And if things outside of me is triggering me because it knows what my plans are, it's okay. It's not death. I shouldn't feel like I'm dying. I should feel like I'm being rewarded, being gifted to see the gift and actually report or like teach. So count the blessing and just let go of the negative. Analyze the negative, but don't let the negative consume you because you think that's just going to be a repeated outcome. Once you realize the negative, let it go. It becomes positive. Yeah. But I guess, I mean, we're learning. I really don't see if there's a part of me that's like beating the fuck out of me, like abusing the shit out of me, saying, why the fuck you didn't do this? If you would have done this, you wouldn't feel this way. I had to use this to go through this. So now I'm not sure what I said at work will save me to keep me there for another week, but I don't want to be there another week. I'm not desiring to be there anymore. That's the thing. I'm not listening to my desire, and I need to listen. And that way, when I have a break now, I can actually have a full-on manifestation of going down the list instead of just only going with what I can just as of that moment because I have to slow down my mind And if I slow down my mind, maybe things will process in completion. But I'm not allowing it. Why? Yes, it is like playing trivia. Yes. I'd be like, why am I not like, why am I so impatient with this shit? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it for me because I'm not understanding why do I want to get there so quickly. What's in my reality causing me to want to go there faster, not just overcoming whatever the situation is happening to cause it to go, wanting me to go fast. Why don't I just overcome that little situation? Bingo. That's what I'm gonna do first. Overcome that little situation, not let it tick me, so that when I'm in the future, it doesn't happen again. And you can learn the same way, but applying and demanding to your own knowledge and stuff, your program. But I'd be like, shit, I gotta be honest with myself. It's like, it's something that I'm doing. Because one, I don't want to look like I'm fucking up confirmation. One, I don't want to look like I'm fucking it up because I want to look like I know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm Miss Perfect with the gift. Like, no, the fuck you're not. Venus, you know you're not. You know you're not listening to Spirit all the way. You know you're not listening to the God version of it all the way. So I'm doing like these slick cheat codes in the system by like giving back, donating, thinking, okay, maybe getting the universe attention that way by doing something good when I fucked up. Be like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, bruh, we've been doing this shit since I was like 9 years old. Like when you know how the kid gets in trouble with the parent and it tries to like do good so it doesn't get any more in trouble, hoping that the good would distract the bad. My ass is not slick. And I'm wondering where the fuck did I learn this from? Who taught me this? That's just like stealing shit from the cosmic. And I've been doing that for a minute. And I'm like, no wonder I keep saying turn shit back to like slender or to source. And I'm like, why am I keep saying that? What did I take? What did I steal? And I'm like, okay, I'm going back in my timeline when I was about like probably like 12 years old. Okay, trauma that happened to me at 12, exactly 12 years old, for me to steal certain things in the cosmos. And then when I realized what I stole, I'm like, oh fuck. Oh, you're looking for this back? I'm so sorry. I was borrowing it. I wasn't sure how long I was going to keep it or how long I was going to need it for, because I saw something in my timeline that I wanted to stop it to use it for. And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. So that entity got mad at me, causes a lot of conflict in my fucking life. I'm like, alright, bitch, checkmate for you. Checkmate for you because I forgot to give something back to you that I asked to borrow. But now it became my gift. Now you don't want to help me because I did it in knowledge. At least I'm honest. So that's why the vision is not really happening exactly the way it's supposed to be, the way I want it. But I gave it back to whatever entity I was borrowing from. But why am I still battling it out? Okay, at this point, it's my karma from stealing the gift of whatever I stole from that entity. Because, like, everything was ignoring me in the beginning. Like, why didn't you remind me to give it back? Because when I was paying attention to its energy, to when it was talking to me, I was like, now I see why you're mad about. Like, the fuck me, bro. You could have just, like, said that in the beginning. It could have been kumbaya. So now I gotta give that entity, that energy, time to heal from me stealing something. I'm sorry again. It's bucking at me like bruh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that's a weird way for me to say sorry. If I say it weirdly. Just imagine me as Wednesday Adams. That's the best way to put my personality. The best way. Some people see other things different. But for me, I'll take Wednesday Adams over everybody else's consciousness. Or like Megan from Drake and Josh from Nickelodeon. Put them two together, plus with Selena Gomez, mixed with Rihanna, mixed with Billie Eilish. Then my feminine side, my masculine side, is like, okay, I don't know why I chose Usher. Cool. I guess because of the way he dressed, and like my masculine side can see himself just in business suits and stuff. And then, I get like Doctor Strange, Morpheus, Doctor Who for my masculine. Um, and then these are like different versions of me within my ancestors that can connect to these versions of themselves too. And be like, that's how we're doing it. I'd be like, y'all are smart. I was just ignoring how smart and how genius that they travel through me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll listen now. I wasn't listening before. But just know there's some things I'm not going to agree with. I'm I'm not going to agree with it. I'm sorry. But I'll agree just so I can please you. But I'm disagreeing because I'm also pleasing myself. So, yeah. Okay. Make sure you tag me when you do. But I guess that's kind of it right now. But if you joined in. Thank you so much for joining. I just didn't feel like opening my frequency to grab more people. I'm like, let me take a break. Now it does it. Send them to say, all right, people, they heard me. Okay, the universe is listening. Because when I made a song the other day, I had a verse about like the hourglass, and like hours later, maybe a couple of minutes later, when I went on YouTube, a commercial of the hourglass showed up, and then the radio kept saying hourglass. And then when I was at work, I kept seeing hourglass commercial again. I'm like, the fuck? Why does it do that? I guess because I was matching the frequency of its vibration. So, thank you for untagging me. But yeah, it's weird. Don't feel like this is death, or if you're dying, or like something bad's gonna happen to you. No, it's just things are aligning in your timeline, matching its rightful vibration. Since you're realizing why you're not desiring certain things and being honest with yourself. So now that you told the truth and realizing something, just give it a couple of more days or a couple more weeks, a couple more times. There's no specific time frame for it to process. Just let it process and then see the outcome. Don't get discouraged or beat yourself up. I'm beating the fuck out of myself. Like, I just want to punch a wall. Or knock another tooth out. Like, let me stop. I just really feel pain at this point. God damn it. Don't know why I'm craving pain. Not emotionally, but like a physical. Because, like, I can't feel shit. Don't know why. That's a bad sign. That means I'll block something off within my system. And emotional. Like, although my energy feels calm because I stopped the planets within me from freaking out, from like visiting this world, because as soon as I allow it to know that there's a few mistakes, it's just gonna be like, yeah. And I'm like, nigga, just go back to sleep. I'm like, sleep. Just, I don't want to hear it. Like, I know it's my fucking fault. I fucking know. I get it. I'm more mad at myself. But I shouldn't. But I am. There's a reason why I didn't do everything in the vision. Because I was passing all try to overcome the bad shit. Because I didn't want to deal with any more heartbreak. I was like, I got tired of being hurt. Got tired of being the punching bag. But now that I know I need to kind of be the punching bag, fucking sucks. It hurts me because that's the way to go. And I can't figure out something else. Yeah, I have every right to be mad. I'm gonna just feel this emotion till the universe be like, alright, I see that you're mad. I see you in a different way. Because manifestation, trying to manifest this way, it's not really working. It's working, but not really. It's just harder. It's just a lot tougher. And I can admit that I'm just being lazy and I want to be there quicker. At least I'm honest. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I swear the troll or the leprechaun in me knows how to communicate with itself. Like when it does that nose scratching thing, I know it's telling itself something. I'm like, don't you be having conversations with other people outside? I can feel it. I can see it now. And it does. Don't. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gone. I'll see you next time. I mean, I'm not gone. I'm wishing, but like, hold on, Venus. We're almost there. We seeing it. We can feel it. Just stop rushing it. Damn, just be honest with times. But alright. I'll catch y'all later. And if you haven't already, if you're new, make sure you hit that sub button and like button. And much appreciate love you. And myself. Can't forget about self. Bye. Thank you so much for joining.